Conor McGregor saw it in his mind before he ever saw it in reality. Here's where my confidence comes from, and this is one of the most powerful tools in the world, and nobody else is talking about this. I've watched a lot of self-improvement videos. Once again, nobody's talking about this, and I'm sure people are going to copy, but you heard it here first. So whatever it is that I want, I can have it 100% guaranteed, and you can too. So here's how it works.
And I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? And that is why, you know what I mean? To be truly good at something, all you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a, you know what I mean? That's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life. I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size. We're eating every single night each. We're eating good. We're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to.
Conor McGregor saw it in his mind before he ever saw it in reality. And if you're here, it's because you want something and you're willing to admit that to yourself, and you're willing to fight for it. You're willing to believe in yourself and keep moving forward relentlessly. Most people are not willing to do that. Your competition, they're jerking off right now. They're scrolling. They're watching the game. But here you are, ready to level the fuck up, level up your mindset. What if I were to ask you, are you confident? Do you believe in yourself? That is a trick question. The answer is not yes or no. The question really is, how much do you believe in yourself? Because there's different levels to this shit. And Conor McGregor is operating at a very high level of belief. And that's why he's able to manifest his desires. Everything he said he was going to do, everything he visualized, that's exactly what he manifested into reality. And that comes from a deep level of belief. So I'm going to show you guys how to increase your level of belief and have unstoppable confidence like Conor McGregor. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what techniques he's using. And then on top of that, we're going to talk about some other techniques as well that you can implement into your life. So number one, Conor McGregor is using the law of attraction. For those of you who are not familiar with it, there is a book, there's a movie, and I will sum it up for you. Law of attraction is the concept that you can achieve anything you set your mind to and attract things into your reality. Now, how do you do it? How do you manifest? It's very simple. You visualize what you want. And as you visualize it, you allow yourself to feel grateful for it in advance before having it. Now imagine being able to have anything you want, everything you can think of, it's already yours. Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, that's where his confidence comes from, because anything he wants, he can get. He is grateful for it before he has it. And there's plenty of videos of him talking about the big mansion that he was gonna have, the private plane, everything that he talked about became reality because he truly believed in it, and he was grateful for it in advance prior to having it, prior to being the champion. And that's where the charisma and the shit talking and everything that he did, the way that he promoted himself, that's where it came from a supreme level of confidence. And this is how crazy the law of attraction works. He was talking about private planes and mansions and everything that he wanted. There had never been a UFC fighter that made that type of money. UFC fighters don't get paid anywhere near that much. He made his money from this deep level of belief, which ultimately manifested into this ultra charismatic character. No one even came close to making anywhere near as much money. It was never even thought to be possible before him, but he believed in what he saw before it ever happened in the history of the UFC. He made history with his mindset. And I want to put it into perspective for you to really understand how crazy it was for him to be talking about yachts and mansions and private planes. No other UFC fighter has ever made that type of money. Other amazing UFC fighters have made maybe $5 million. Conor McGregor has made over $500 million. When he was talking about all these things, people would look at him like, bro, calm down. You work for the UFC. You don't make that much money. What are you talking about? He told Cristiano Ronaldo, for it ever happened, you got a private plane? That's nice. I'm going to have a private plane too. Can you believe that? Could you believe that? Way before it ever happened. And I like Conor McGregor, but that's not what I'm excited about. What I'm truly excited about is the fact that we can manifest anything we set our minds to. Everything that he talked about didn't even make sense to anybody else except for him. That's amazing. Now, a lot of people get this wrong. They think that they can just believe and visualize and not take action. They want to manifest from the comfort of their couch. And that's just not going to happen. So let me just get that out of the way. Law of attraction works only through action. If you truly believe, you take action. Those who don't truly believe, they don't take action because they think that ultimately it will lead to nothingness. It would lead to failure. They're afraid of putting in all this work and then failing. You have to believe all the way through, 100%. Failure is part of the process. Failure only occurs, true failure only occurs if you quit. So take action relentlessly because you're ultimately going to get there, and there is no doubt about it. Now, I haven't made $500 million yet, but I remember being broke, and I remember believing in myself even when I didn't know how I was going to get out of the shithole that I was in. In my early 20s, I was completely broke, living in my parents' house, completely depressed, but I never lost hope. And I know that there's a lot of people right now that are going through very tough times, and I'm telling you, you just have to visualize yourself winning and telling your story. Someday you're going to win, and you're going to tell your story. You got to just, in your toughest moments, visualize yourself telling the story of how you were down and you were depressed and you went through everything you went through, but you never lost hope. And it was all worth it to continue moving forward and continue pushing forward every single day, trying to figure out a way, because where there's a will, there's a way. 100% guaranteed. I guarantee you, whatever you're going through, you're going to find a way out. Whatever obstacle is in your way, you can go over it, under it, through it, around it, but you're going to get past it 100% if you believe in that. Once again, I haven't made Conor McGregor type of money yet, but I went from being completely broke to doing well for myself, and I've helped a lot of people go from zero to hero. And people keep asking me, how are you so confident? I'm going to give you the best tips in the fucking world. Try to argue with me. Here's where my confidence comes from, and this is one of the most powerful tools in the world, and nobody else is talking about this. I've watched a lot of self-improvement videos. Once again, nobody's talking about this, and I'm sure people are going to copy, but you heard it here first. My confidence comes from math. Math is factual. It is objective. It's not an opinion. So whatever it is that I want, I can have it 100% guaranteed, and you can too. So here's how it works. If you have a 1% chance of winning at something, that means you have a 100% chance at winning if you take 10,000 tries. And that's the way that math works. If I have a 50% chance of getting heads, I'm gonna get some head on the highway. Let me tell you something. If you got a 50-50 chance, it would be nearly impossible for you to not get heads if you flip the quarter 50 times. So what is it that you want? Put the numbers on your side. All you have to do is quantify your goal. Look at what the percentages are, what it takes to get there, and then put the numbers in your favor. Let me give you an example. If you want to start making over $750,000 a year, that puts you in the top 1% of the United States. To be more specific, it's about $788,000 puts you in the top 1% of the United States if you're making that per year. So that means that all you have to do is outwork, outsmart, outperform 99% of people. And guess what? 99% of people are lazy as fuck. You have no competition. Your competition is jerking off, distracted, stupid, watching the news, scrolling. Trust me on that. I can tell you this for a fact because I've seen it for myself. A lot of people are just very distracted. It's never been easier to be in the top 1%, and we've never had more opportunity than what we have now. With all the people who are complaining about the government and the politicians and this and that, trust me, there's never been more opportunity in the history of humankind. There's never been more 15-year-olds that are self-made millionaires and even dumb whores that are making millions of dollars per month. You cannot argue with the math. So all you have to do is put the math on your side. Put the math on your side. Put the fucking math on your side. What are the chances that you make $1 million by flipping burgers? You got to put the math on your side. You got no chance if you keep on flipping burgers. So you got to step outside of your comfort zone. If you want more, you're going to have to do more, okay? You're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. Now, what are the chances that you become a millionaire by following the traditional path? It is not traditional. It is not traditional to become a millionaire. It is not normal. It is not the norm. What the normies are doing is they're going to school and they're getting themselves into student debt because they were told to by society and by their parents and by everyone, by their teachers, right? But the teachers are broke, right? Why would you listen to the teachers? Why would you get yourself into student debt? Do you even know the chances of somebody finding a job after graduating college? Over 50% of people are not finding a job after dedicating more than 12 years, more than 16 years of their lives into school and getting into student debt. You can go to school for 20 years, 12 plus 8. I didn't go to college, but according to my math, 12 plus 8 equals 20. $300,000 in student debt plus interest. They end up paying nearly $500,000. And they're still not guaranteed a job. 20 years, $500,000, not guaranteed a job. 50% chance. Coin flip. Tell me how that makes sense. That's what normies are doing. That's what the majority of people are doing. The majority of people are not making millions. So you got to put the math on your side. I was able to realize this as a 7-year-old. I looked around and I saw everyone was working all the time, but they didn't have money and they didn't have time. All the adults that I saw that went to school, they were broke. So I decided at 7 years old, fuck school. Fuck school. And I was selling candy in school because I didn't want to waste my time just showing up to school. I was forced to go to school, right? But I didn't want to waste my time just being in school and not making money. So I started selling candy. You got to think. You got to think outside the box. You got to do the opposite of what the masses are doing. If 99% of people are doing something that is not working, why would you follow them? Do what the top 1% are doing. And I've met so many millionaires and billionaires, and all of them know that school is a scam. But you know who argues against that? People who are broke. School is not a scam. School is a fucking scam. I can prove it mathematically. It's a fucking scam. $1.8 trillion in student debt. It's a fucking business, and it's not a very moral or ethical business. I don't understand why broke people keep defending the school system. But you'll never hear a billionaire saying, oh yeah, I made billions from going to school. Fuck school.